Suga announces work outside BTS. He addressed the problems, admitting that his actions had hurt the BTS members who stood by his side. J-Hope announced that this is the end of a chapter, but makes it clear this isn't the end. Meanwhile, silence surrounds Jungkook. As the days go by, fans are starting to ask the question no one wants to say out loud: did something happen? And in another corner of HYBE, one idol reaches a breaking point. After being followed and filmed by a stalker, his reaction sets the internet on fire. Stay with us until the end, because this story goes deeper than you think. Suga addressed the problems and said he had hurt the other BTS members. On June 21st, Suga from BTS let fans know that his mandatory military service in South Korea had officially come to an end. He shared a long, emotional post on Weverse. This was the first time he had spoken directly to them since starting his service almost 2 years ago. He started by saying it had been about 2 years and wondered how everyone had been. He let fans know that he was now officially discharged and ready to reconnect. But what started as a simple greeting quickly turned into something much deeper. Suga said that during his time away, he had spent a lot of time thinking about himself, not just as someone in the spotlight, but as a regular person. He admitted that before the military, he had been so focused on working nonstop that he never took time to slow down and reflect. Being away from music and the public eye gave him the space he needed to stop, breathe, and think about who he really was and how he had been living. But it wasn't just about looking inward. He also brought up something serious, an incident from last year that clearly affected him. While he didn't explain exactly what happened, he admitted that it caused disappointment and concern among fans. He said he was truly sorry, not only because of the situation itself, but because he had ended up hurting the very people who supported him the most, his fans and his fellow BTS members. He said he felt especially guilty, knowing that his actions put pressure on the other members while he was away. Throughout the message, he kept thanking fans for their patience, support, and loyalty during both his military service and the tough times that came with it. He said he missed them and promised to work hard to give back the love they had shown him. He ended by saying fans would hear from him again soon. His message wasn't defensive. He didn't try to make excuses or blame anyone else. Instead, he took responsibility for what had happened and seemed honest about wanting to make things right. Now that he's officially done with his service, Suga is expected to return to music and rejoin the rest of BTS as they get ready for more group and solo projects. Suga launched his work outside BTS. Suga has done something truly impressive to help kids and teens with autism in South Korea. He donated a huge amount of money, about $3.6 million, to help build a special treatment center just for them. The new place will be called the Min Yoongi Treatment Center, and it will be part of Severance Hospital, one of the top medical facilities in the country. The official announcement happened on June 23rd during a groundbreaking ceremony at Jejongwon Hall. The new center will focus on therapy and research that help children with autism better understand and manage their emotions, language, and behavior. What makes this center different is that it doesn't just offer treatment. It will also study what works best, so that doctors can keep improving how they help kids in the future. This project actually started back in November 2023. That's when Suga met with Professor Chun, a child psychiatrist who works at the hospital. They talked about how most therapy programs for autism are short-term and don't really meet the long-term needs of many kids. They both agreed that there had to be a better way. That conversation led Suga to make the record-setting donation, the biggest any artist has ever given to Severance Hospital or Yonsei University's medical system. But Suga didn't just give money and walk away. He wanted to do more. He and Professor Chun worked together for months to create a new therapy program called Mind. This program is based on music and was made especially for children with autism. Instead of treating autism like something that needs to be fixed, the program is designed to help kids feel accepted, understood, and included in everyday life. The idea behind Mind is that music can help kids express emotions, connect with other people, and understand how social relationships work. The activities involve singing, writing lyrics, playing instruments, and even expressing feelings through rhythm. Between March and June 2024, Suga himself went to weekend sessions to help the kids in person. He played instruments with them, helped them with musical exercises, and encouraged them to work together. Some of these kids didn't talk much, or at all, before starting the program, but after a few weeks, many of them started to open up, show emotions, and even make friends. The staff said the improvements were real and meaningful, especially for kids who usually struggle with social interaction. When the center finishes construction in September, it will begin offering more treatments, including speech therapy, applied behavior analysis, ABA, and professional assessments. The plan is also to keep studying how music therapy helps kids, publish the results, and train other therapists to use the MIND method in different places. That way, the program won't end when Suga or Professor Chun step away. It will keep going and helping new kids every year. Professor Chun said what impressed her the most wasn't just the money, but the fact that Suga kept showing up and giving his time. She said he treated each therapy session seriously, like it really mattered. According to her, the center is about more than just treatment. It's also about changing how society sees autism. She hopes the work they're doing will help people understand that kids with autism aren't broken or strange. They just experience the world differently and need support, not judgment. Suga later said that after working on this project for 7 months, he's learned how powerful music can be. He said it's been a gift to be part of something that helps children express themselves and connect to others. He plans to keep supporting efforts that help children with autism become part of the larger community and feel like they truly belong. Suga has donated to mental health causes before, especially those focused on young people dealing with depression. But this time, he's gone even further. He's not just giving money, he's giving his time, his ideas, and his heart. Through this project, he's helping build something that could change the lives of hundreds, maybe even thousands of kids. RM was scarred by the military. After finishing his required time in the South Korean military, RM got people talking, not because of what he said, but because of how he reacted. His first trip overseas after his discharge was to Switzerland, where he attended an event with Samsung. But something unexpected happened during an interview that grabbed everyone's attention: his reaction to the word military. The moment came during an interview posted on June 20th. The host casually thanked RM for being there even though he had just gotten out of military service. As soon as the word military was mentioned, RM let out a quick, "Oh my God," and his whole body seemed to tense up. He didn't smile or laugh it off. It looked serious. Even though it lasted only a second, fans immediately noticed. It didn't feel like a joke, and it seemed like something emotional was still fresh in his mind. People online quickly picked up on it. Many fans said they felt worried after seeing his face and hearing his voice. They thought the way he reacted showed that the experience had been hard on him. Most K-pop idols come back from military service saying it was a good time for growth or self-reflection. But RM's response made people wonder if it had been a much more difficult experience for him. Not long before this interview, RM had made a few comments about his time in the military. He didn't go into detail, but he did say that it was tough. Now, after seeing how he reacted to just hearing the word, fans started to believe that it might have been even harder than he let on. His reaction was very different from what most people are used to seeing from idols after military service. Usually, they smile and say it made them stronger. But RM's body language and quick, stressed-out response felt real and unfiltered. Even though RM is officially done with his service, that one reaction left a big impression. It made people wonder how much stress or pressure he went through during those 18 months, and how long it might take for him to fully move on from it. J-Hope reveals the person he's attracted to, and it's not what you think. BTS member J-Hope recently surprised fans by opening up about the kind of person he's attracted to. On June 19th, he appeared on a YouTube show called Sana's Fridge Interview, which usually focuses on food and casual conversation. But during this episode, things took a more personal turn when the topic of love came up. At the beginning of the show, the host asked J-Hope why he decided to come on. He smiled and told them he was there to promote his new song, which made everyone in the room laugh. But the moment that really stood out came later, when host Sana asked him a question that caught him completely off guard. What's his ideal type? J-Hope looked surprised and said it had been 10 years since anyone last asked him that. But even though it had been a while, he said he already had a clear answer. He explained that he's most interested in someone who's different from him, especially when it comes to personality and the way they think. He said it wouldn't make sense for two people to be different in every possible way, but he's drawn to people who see the world differently than he does. To make it clearer, he gave an example. He said that if he saw a drink labeled pear, he would just assume it contains pear. But if someone else had a completely different thought about it, that unexpected way of thinking would be exciting to him. He explained that he feels a kind of spark when someone challenges how he sees things. For him, it's not just about liking the same things. It's about learning from someone else's perspective. When Sana asked if he had any specific physical type, J-Hope admitted he didn't really know. But then he shared something unusual. He used to like people with what he called a salamander-like appearance. Sana looked confused, so he explained that he meant someone who's small and has soft, gentle features, not someone with sharp or bold looks. When Sana asked if he meant someone who looked like an axolotl, J-Hope laughed and said yes. He added that he liked people with a soft, almost tofu-like impression, someone with a calm and gentle vibe. J-Hope announced that this is the end of a chapter, but he's not done yet. J-Hope has just finished promoting his latest solo songs. Once his promotions were over, J-Hope posted a long message to fans on Weverse. He talked about everything he had been feeling during this solo chapter. He explained that he had spent a lot of time thinking about how much effort went into creating these songs and performances. He said that maybe he pushed himself more than most people do, but that's because he wanted everything to be just right. He didn't want to put out music that wasn't worthy of the people who've supported him for so long. He made it clear that BTS fans are always on his mind. He said that sometimes it's easy to assume that support is always there, but he never wants to take it for granted. He believes it's important to remind himself not to treat their love and loyalty as something automatic. He said he wants to stay thankful and always give them his best. J-Hope also shared that the last 8 months were really intense for him. He worked non-stop to make sure every part of his project was done the right way. He said it wasn't just hard work. It was a learning experience that helped him grow as a person. Every challenge helped him understand himself better and made him stronger. Since BTS announced that they would pause group activities to focus on solo work and complete their military service, each member has gone in their own direction for a while. For J-Hope, this solo period has changed him. He revealed that he got sick at one point and had to figure out how to take care of himself. That time taught him how to heal, how to believe in himself, and how to feel more confident. He also said that the love from fans helped him feel more secure in who he is. Now, the only solo event he has left this year is Lollapalooza Berlin. Fans are especially excited because of how well he performed at Lollapalooza Chicago a few years ago. That performance proved just how strong he is on his own, and now people are wondering if he'll pull off another unforgettable show. In his message, J-Hope didn't just talk about how proud he is. He talked about how much he's changed, how hard he worked, and how seriously he takes being an artist. His message felt honest, thoughtful, and full of energy. It showed that while this solo chapter might be ending, he's not done yet. And even though fans are waiting for BTS to reunite soon, one thing is clear. J-Hope's solo journey has already left a big impact. Where is Jungkook? Some fans are beginning to wonder if something might have happened. Since BTS's youngest member Jungkook finished his mandatory military service, fans have noticed something unusual. He's been quiet. Before joining the military, Jungkook was known for going live on social media late at night without warning. These live streams were casual and fun, often breaking viewership records and making fans feel closer to him. But since coming back, he hasn't done a single solo live stream. The only time he showed up was briefly with fellow member Jimin. This sudden silence has left many fans confused. In 2023 and early 2024, Jungkook was one of the most active BTS members online. Some fans are beginning to wonder if something might be wrong. Others believe they might know why Jungkook has gone quiet. There were 2 upsetting things that happened right after he left the military. First, on the very day he was discharged, a woman from China tried to get into his house in Seoul. She reportedly waited near his home for about 10 hours, hoping to meet him. Police caught her and she is currently being investigated. The news made headlines and fans became worried about Jungkook's safety and privacy. Then, on June 13th, another situation added more pressure. Jungkook made a surprise appearance at the soundcheck for J-Hope's concert. But instead of just celebrating his return, people noticed the cap he was wearing. It had the words, "Make Tokyo Great Again," printed on it. That phrase is connected to political views in Japan and reminds many people of Donald Trump's Make America Great Again slogan. Some fans and viewers thought the cap was inappropriate, especially because BTS is so famous around the world. While some believe Jungkook may not have known what the phrase meant, others were still upset by the message. Because both of these incidents happened so close together, Many fans now think Jungkook might be feeling overwhelmed. They've started shifting from asking questions to showing support. A lot of fans are saying that he deserves time to rest and adjust to life after the military. They point out that returning to regular life after 18 months in uniform can be hard, especially for someone constantly in the spotlight. Some fans believe his silence isn't a bad sign. It might just be part of getting used to being a civilian again. Military life is strict and stressful, and coming back to the fast-paced world of celebrity isn't easy. Fans have reminded each other that Jungkook has already given years of hard work, performances, and personal time to the public. If he needs time to rest, they say, he should take it. So far, neither Jungkook nor Big Hit Music has said anything about the recent events or why he's staying offline. While some fans still hope he'll go live soon, many others are more focused on hoping he's okay, and that he's taking care of himself, even if that means staying away from the spotlight for a while. Jimin was spotted together with his mom and younger brother. At the end of May, BTS's Jimin was reportedly spotted at a small Italian restaurant in Seoul. According to several fans and people who later visited the restaurant, he went there with his family to celebrate his mom's birthday. The story didn't come out until June 23rd, when a fan-run account on X posted about it. The post claimed that Jimin had come to the restaurant with his mom and brother and that they enjoyed a quiet, private meal together. Once the post started spreading, more fans began talking about it online. One fan, who visited the restaurant after the news came out, said the staff told them Jimin had definitely been there and even showed them the exact table where he and his family sat. According to what the restaurant owner reportedly told the fan, it really was Jimin's mom's birthday that day, which matched up with what the original post said. During the visit, Jimin also left a signed album behind as a gift to the restaurant owner. That autograph is now displayed inside the restaurant, framed on the wall. But this wasn't the first time fans noticed his signature there. A different note, also signed by Jimin, had been hanging on the wall since early 2023. Even though no exact date is confirmed, fans believe he must have eaten there sometime at the beginning of that year as well. Jimin's visit stood out to fans not just because he's a celebrity, but because of why he was there. His love for his family, especially his mom, is something fans have admired for a long time. Many of them commented that it was sweet to see him spending time with his family in such a simple, private way. Some even started calling him a mama's boy, in an affectionate way, saying it showed how caring and respectful he is. Reports say the dinner happened not long after Jimin came back from a short trip to Tokyo. That made the timing of the birthday celebration even more special, since it seems like he made sure to be there with his family right after returning from abroad. So far, Jimin and his agency haven't officially confirmed the visit. But because of the matching details in multiple fan accounts, and the fact that his signed album is really there, many people believe the story is true. Enough is enough. HYBE reaches breaking point with stalker fan. A new video involving and team member Yuma has triggered widespread discussion online after it appeared to show the idol reacting to a stalking fan, also known in South Korea as a sasing. These fans are not ordinary admirers. They often cross serious boundaries by tracking idols in public, calling them repeatedly during live broadcasts, or even showing up at their homes. In this case, Yuma was allegedly followed into a store by a sasang who filmed him without permission. A short video clip, filmed from behind a shelf, shows Yuma spotting the person recording him. What caught viewers' attention was the way he placed his hand inside his pocket. From the angle, many online users believe he was subtly flipping off the stalker while keeping most of the gesture hidden. Although there has been no official confirmation about whether the gesture was intentional or aimed at the person filming, social media users didn't hesitate to voice their opinions. The video quickly went viral and became a trending topic on X. Most viewers assumed the reaction was directed at the fan and praised Yuma for standing up for himself. Comments online included messages of support, with many users saying that idols have the right to push back, especially when their privacy is being invaded so openly. While the moment was subtle, it sparked a bigger conversation about the limits of fan behavior and how idols are often expected to tolerate harassment without showing any emotion. Sasang behavior has been an ongoing problem in the K-pop industry for years. Many idols have experienced repeated invasions of privacy, including receiving dozens of phone calls from anonymous numbers during live streams or having strangers camp outside their homes. Agencies, including HYBE, have occasionally issued statements or taken legal action against this behavior, but the problem persists. While some fans felt that Yuma's gesture was bold and justified, others reminded viewers that if the intent behind the motion isn't confirmed, people should be careful not to make assumptions. Still, the overwhelming reaction leaned towards support, with many saying they hoped more idols would feel safe responding when their personal boundaries are crossed. As of now, neither Yuma nor HYBE labels, the agency behind and team, has made a public comment about the incident. No official action or legal statement has been released in connection to the video. Nonetheless, the incident has reignited the debate around idol safety and the pressure celebrities face when stalked in their personal time.